And now, the general weather around Alaska.
Okay, there's a flood watch out for this evening and for tonight and tomorrow, Saturday here, for the central, northern, southeast coast. You can see the green shaded areas here, and that's for possible flooding caused by additional rainfall expected to come in tonight and tomorrow for cities of Gustavus to Port Alexander, including Hoonah, Springs, Elfin Cove, Pelican, Sitka, Angoon, Juneau, Petersburg, Cake, those areas there. And again, that's for tonight and tomorrow. And again, due to the soil moisture remaining high from the recent rains, additional excessive rainfall could possibly cause flooding. And for the satellite imagery here, you can see moisture coming across the southeast coast. There is a light rain today in the Panhandle. And the next system down here, you can see a much brighter band and thickening of the frontal band there with the low center just coming onto the chart here. Otherwise, we've got a band of clouds slowly shifting northward that brought the snow to the Tanana Valley today, and about 3 to 4 inches falling from Fairbanks to North Pole back toward Nenana. And that's shifting slowly northward, even possibly heavier amounts up toward Chena Ridge in those areas, and some light precipitation extending back to the southwest, kind of the dividing line of the milder air down here to the south, and the colder air back to the north and northwest here over the northern Bering Sea. And on the chart, here's a frontal system and a warm front bringing the rain into the Panhandle. And the heaviest rainfall amounts today were along the North Gulf Coast, anywhere from 1/4 to 3/4 of an inch falling, and more intermittent and lighter over south central Alaska here, all the way back into Bristol Bay. Here's a band of snow in the central interior there. And again, that to the north and west of that, colder, drier conditions, although a few flurries along the Arctic coast and into the North Slope today, but amounts are quite light. Not bad out over the Bering Sea, light winds, mostly dry conditions for just about all of the Aleutians till you get out toward Shimmy and maybe the Komodorskis. And for tonight, that pretty much continues. This week's system here slides off to the east and eventually to the southeast. Won't be a factor at all. Weak low here in Bristol Bay may cause a few scattered showers for the Alaska Peninsula and the Aleutian Range, maybe Dillingham, Togiak, risk of a shower, but more miss than hit there. Becoming dry here over south central Alaska with still a band of light snow and snow showers here in the central interior. Colder, drier to the north there with temperatures falling to, say, 0 to 10 degrees there for the Brooks Range. And another trough keeps a chance of light snow and flurries along the central and eastern Arctic coast. Otherwise, high pressure, light winds, and dry conditions for the North Slope. And then this system coming northward here brings gale force winds into the coastal areas of the Panhandle with increasing rainfall rates. Rain possibly becoming heavy at times, especially along the northern half of the Panhandle there. And then for tomorrow, that low pulls back to the northwest here for Saturday, and rain continues for the Panhandle. Strongest winds now shifting up to the north coast and the eastern North Gulf coastal areas. But northeast flow, dry northeast flow, clears it out over Cook Inlet with dry conditions into the Susitna Valley. Probably cloudy, chance of snow showers, Matanuska Valley, especially areas to the east here in the Copper River Basin and the eastern Alaska Range could see some light snow as well. And then dry for the most part over the interior areas from the Arctic coast all the way down into Bristol Bay. Mostly sunny tomorrow for Kodiak Island, highs in the lower 50s there. And again, still weak low pressure could trigger a few isolated scattered showers here for the Alaska Peninsula, maybe the eastern Aleutians, but probably dry conditions here for the Bering Sea and all of the Aleutians with light winds, even diminishing winds now for the northern Bering Sea. Lighter winds tomorrow with mostly clear skies for the Chukchi Sea into the northwest coast, Kotzebue, Selawik, Kobuk, and those areas. And for the outlook for Sunday, out west here, no change really. System staying to the south where the main jet is, to the south there. This low drops southward and leaves the Alaska Peninsula eastern Aleutians dry with some clearing here over the Bering Sea. Winds light all the way up into the Chukchi Sea, and colder, drier conditions here to the west and to the north with snow showers. This low weakens considerably as it pulls west-northwest toward the Kenai Peninsula. bringing some shower activity into Prince William Sound, maybe some light rain along the North Gulf Coast, cloudy and unsettled with light precipitation for the Panhandle. The next storm down here to the south of the Queen Charlotte, that's going to take a similar track, pulling north and northwestward into the Gulf of Alaska, just similar to the way this one did. And for the lows tonight over the Panhandle, in the 50s, pretty mild there, otherwise upper 30s to lower 40s across southern Alaska here, lower 40s Bristol Bay and the Alaska Peninsula and the Aleutians, near 40 for the Pribilofs, lower 30s St. Lawrence Island, 20s central interior, 0 to 5 for the Brooks Range here, and in teens and 20s to the North Slope and the Arctic Coast, followed by highs tomorrow in the 20s for the Arctic Coast, North Slope, teens for the Brooks Range, and lower 30s, lower to mid 30s central interior, and in the 40s to lower 50s here for southern Alaska. Pretty mild in the Panhandle there, 50s to near 60 down south, and then the 40s out to the west. Lows following morning, 5 below to 5 above, call it here for the Brooks Range, and in the teens and 20s again for the North Slope out to the Arctic Coast. Teens and 20s here for the central interior as well, with 20s all the way down into the lower Yukon River Valley. Kuskokwim Valley, mid-20s, McGrath, Nikolai, Sleet Mute, a little milder there, mid-30s out along the coast, lower 40s for the Aleutians, and lows in the upper 40s to lower 50s for the Panhandle. And then for the highs on Sunday afternoon, 15 to 20 for the Brooks Range, and staying relatively below freezing for the central interior. So northern half of the state, central and northern part of the state, winter conditions, and south much milder, 40s to lower 50s with some sunshine here, south central Alaska, and 55 to 60 for the southeast coast.